Hello everyone, my name is MCC and welcome to Everlasting Summer, a visual novel by Soviet Games, which is pretty interesting. It's a Steam game with overwhelmingly positive reviews. It's free, most of all. That's the most important thing here. I wouldn't play this if it wasn't free, or rather if it wasn't cheap. And it's a romance game, so that's what I'm here for. I'm a sucker for romances, so why the hell not? Just for disclaimer, this is not some kind of a Russian propaganda game. This is just made by Soviet Games, which is probably like a Russian studio, something like that, of people just like Soviet Russia for some reason. I don't know. They're also going to have a new game soon, which I'll put the link for in the description down below. I'll also put the link to this game on the Steam page. So yeah, you can download this, you can play this, and you can kind of do stuff before you see plot twists here. Okay, let's start. New game. Dear Pioneer, you're on the verge of wondrous discoveries. The doors of the most wonderful place in the world, our favorite Camp Sovyanok, have opened before you. You'll remember the session for the rest of your life. Welcome. Well, let's go. Ooh. What the hell's that? I was having that dream once again. That dream. Same thing every night. But it's all forgotten in the morning, as usual. Maybe it's for the best. Only a glimpse of memory will remain, of gates, half opened, as if inviting me somewhere, with two frozen stone pioneers standing close by. Also, that strange girl, who keeps asking me, will you come with me? Come? But where? And why? And where am I anyway? Of course, if it all happened in real life, I would certainly have been scared. Well, what else would one expect to feel? But this is just a dream. The same one I see every night. There must be a reason. You don't have to know where or why to realize something is really happening. Something desperately seeking my attention. Since everything that surrounds me here is real. Oh, sorry. As real as things in my own flat, I could open the gates, hear the hinges creak, brush the crumbling rust away with my hand, inhale the fresh, cool air and shiver from the cold. I could, but to do that, I would need to pick myself up, take a step, move my hand. But this is a dream. I understand that. But what of it? What does my understanding change? Because here is just like on the other side of the cracked screen of an old TV, which struggles to fight against static noise and strives to show its audience everything without missing a single detail. But their picture is getting blurry. I must be waking up soon. Maybe I should ask her something. The girl. What's her name? About the stars, for instance? Why the stars, though? I didn't ask about the gates. Yes, the gates. She would be so surprised. Or better, why the dot over an I was called a tittle, but the dot over a J was called a superscript dot? Nice letters. As if they don't exist anymore. Still, what do letters, gates, and stars have to do with this place? Because even if I'm having this dream every night, which will be forgotten soon anyway, I've got to look for answers here and now. And there, if you look carefully, you can see the Magellanic Clouds. As if I'd ended up in the southern hemisphere. In a dream, there are the small things that catch your attention. An unnatural color of grass, impossible curves of straight lines, or your own distorted reflection, while the real danger, which could put an end to everything right here and now, seems trivial. I cannot read for some reason right now, but okay. It's natural, since here you cannot die. I know it for sure. I've done it hundreds of times. But if you cannot die, is there a point in living? I should ask the girl. She's a local. She should know. Yes, exactly. I should ask her about the owl, for example. One strange bird it is. Though it doesn't matter. Will you come with me? And every time I have to answer. It's the only way, otherwise the dream will never end, and I will never wake up. Oh, yes, I'll come with you. No, I'll stay here. I'm gonna fucking go. I want to know what's behind the door. The gates, not the door. So yes, I'll come with you. Every time it's so hard to decide the answer. Where am I? What am I doing here? Who is she? And why does so much in my life depend on this answer? Maybe it doesn't? It's just a dream after all. Just a dream. Wake up. Yep, that's a keyboard. Yeah. I don't know why it's... Why is it blurry? What the hell? You should have taken less LSD. Wait, was that 4chan? Or like something else? No, it's 2chan, a Russian 2chan, and it's with the on Mozilla Firefox in the old Windows. Come on, man. The computer screen stared at me as if it was alive. Ugh, that's a weird blink. Sometimes it really did seem to me that it was conscious of itself, had its own thoughts and wishes, ambitions, that it had feelings, could love and suffer. As if in our relationship the screen wasn't an instrument, it was me who was a lifeless piece of plastic and textilite. And there is some truth in that, probably because the computer provides 90% of my communication with the outside world. Anonymous image boards, some chats from time to time, rarely ICQ or Jabber, and forums, even more rarely. People on the other side of the internet cable simply do not exist. All of them are simply creation of its sick imagination, an error in the source code, or a kernel bug which started living a life of its own. What the fuck is that clicking sound? Is that a ceiling? Yep, it's a ceiling. A very old one. This apartment's breaking down. I just realized this. If one looked at my existence from the outside, such thoughts would seem crazy, and a psychologist would surely give me a bunch of sophisticated diagnoses, and maybe write me a doctor's referral to the loony bin. Well, I mean, you do seem pretty screwed up, but okay. Light. A small apartment with no signs of repair or any resemblance of order in it, and always the same view out the window on the grey megalopolis, running somewhere day and night. Such are the conditions of my life. Megalopolis? Well, Of course, it didn't all start like this. I was born, went to school, and finished it, like all others. I was accepted at a university where I spent a year and a half trailing behind and struggling. I drifted through several jobs. Sometimes it was working out quite well. Sometimes I was even getting decent money for it. As I said, I can't read today. But it all felt like it was not mine, as if taken from another man's biography. I wasn't living life to its fullest. I was looping over and over in monotonous circles. Like in the movie Groundhog Day. It's just that I had no choice in how to spend my day, and every day repeated itself, the same vicious spiral. A spiral of emptiness, misery, and despair. Well, that's one depressing life. For the last few years, I just sat in front of the screen all day. Sometimes there were manual jobs, sometimes my parents helped me. All in all, I was able to provide for myself. No wonder really, since my needs are quite minor. I hardly ever leave my home, and my communication with other people almost exclusively consists of online correspondence with the anonymous, who have no real name, no gender, no age. So, in a brief, a quite typical life of a quite typical antisocial person of his time. Kind of Donnie Darko on a minor scale, without doomsday-related visions. I'm sorry if someone knows what that is, or who that is rather. I'd like an explanation because I don't get that reference. Maybe some highly respected author? There should be an O here, but okay. Author, yeah. Write a novel about me, and it'll become a contemporary classic of modern literature. Or will write one myself. However, what's the point of fooling myself? I tried many times, but couldn't even come up with a short Okay, calm down there, buddy. I can't read. I tried many times, but couldn't even come up with a simple short story. I tried to learn many other things as well. Not gifted enough to draw, programming, got bored, foreign languages, takes too much time. I feel you, bro. This is the same, basically the same. The only thing I loved doing was reading, but still, I never would have called myself a scholar. Yeah, pretty much the same. Perhaps I was an ace at watching anime and a grandmaster of lame internet jokes. Pretty similar, except I'm not even a grandmaster of lame internet jokes. If I were to get paid for it, I'd probably be a happier person, and a richer person too. But I doubt it would fill the hole inside me. I really cannot read today. Also, that's a cool city. Today was another typical day of a typical failures, typical life. And today is the day when I have to go to my university reunion. Frankly speaking, I really don't want to go. What is the point? The time I spent with them was so short. However, I was persuaded by my friend, my former university mate. Mate? What up, mate? And one of the few with whom I kept in touch other than through the internet. Yeah, that's a pretty city. What's happening? Oh, it's just the buildings just blurred out. I don't understand why. Oh, it's a comic. Cars, city, person? Yeah, person. With a cool cloak. That's cool. Oh, that's weird. It looks feminine but masculine at the same time. That's just weird, but okay. Sure. I'm not gonna judge the art style of the game. I probably should. A frosty evening. Bus stop. waiting. I never liked winter. Cannot relate, I love winter. Though hot summer is not my season either. It's just that I see no reason to point out any particular time of the year. It doesn't matter how much the weather is outside. Doesn't matter much what the weather is outside when you stay at home 24/7. The bus today was running so late that I was about to curse it all and spend my last few hundreds rubles, Russian currency, for a taxi. The idea of just returning home didn't cross my mind for some reason. As usual, millions of thoughts flew through my mind, but there's not a single useful one to seize on. Such a thought that you could... Okay, I'm sorry, but a fly just flew past me and it threw me off the fucking thing. Let's reread that, sorry. Such a thought that you could bring into existence, give a shape, turn into an idea and put into practice. Maybe I could start my own business. But where would I get the money from? Or maybe I could go back to working in an office. No way. Maybe I should try freelancing. But what skills do I have and who would want me after all? Who would want me after all? Yeah. I suddenly remembered my childhood. Rather, my teen years. The time when I was 15, 17 years old. Why exactly those years? No idea. I guess it's because back then, everything was much more simple. Sorry. It was easier to make decisions, so complicated now and so simple then. Waking up in the morning, I knew exactly how my day was going to pass, and I always eagerly looked forward to the weekend. Then I could get some rest and have time for the things I liked. Computer, football, going out with friends. I tolerate football, but I prefer volleyball. If you're asking or questioning what I'm doing, I'm trying to relate to the character and compare myself to the character. And then, at the beginning of next week, I'd take up my studies again. Back then, there was no such worrying questions like why, who needs it, what will change if I do it, or what will not change. Get out, fly. A simple lifestyle, so casual for any normal person and so odd to myself today. That careless childhood age. It was also then that I met my first love. Her appearance and personality have vanished from my memory. Vanished, not vanished. Vanished. Only her name remains, like a brief line from a social network profile, along with her feelings which overwhelmed me when I was with her. Affection, tenderness, the desire to care for her and to protect her. Sadly, it didn't last long. Today I can hardly imagine something like that happening. I'd probably like to meet a girl, but I don't know how to start a conversation, what on earth to discuss and how to attract her. Well, I haven't met any suitable girls for a long time. But where could I meet one anyway? Dude, it's the bus. Yeah, it's the bus. 410. The sound of an engine brought me back to reality. A bus pulled over. There was something abnormal about it, I thought. Then again, it doesn't matter. Only the 410 runs this route. Is the main character going to be isekai'd? This is a fucking Hellman bus. Streetlights pass me by. It's as if their cold light sparks inside of me, trying to ignite feelings long dead. Or maybe not ignite, just awaken them. Because those feelings, they have been living in me for a long time, slumbering and waking up again. The driver's radio was playing some very familiar tune, but I wasn't listening to it. I was watching the cars passing by through. I was watching the cars passing by through the fogged-up window. Because people are always rushing somewhere, chasing something they need, stuck in their own little worlds. Why would they care about mine? They could probably have their own serious problems, or maybe they have much easier lives. You can't know for sure, since all people are different. Or are they? They are. Sometimes someone's actions can easily be predicted, but if you try to look inside his soul, you will only see impenetrable darkness. That's grim. The bus was approaching downtown, and my thoughts were interrupted by the bright city lights. Hundreds of billboards, thousands of cars, millions of people. Excuse me. I watched this light show, and somehow I got terribly sleepy. Oh. My eyes closed just for a moment, and then I woke up in another world. It's gonna be isekai'd. Oh, sick animation! What is that? I hope it doesn't lag my OBS too much. If so, I'll turn down the stuff, so please forgive me if this is too laggy. Oh. Ooh, that's so cool. The art style is pretty good, gotta admit that. That's the first thing I wanna rate in this game. Oh, hello. Okay. Slavia? Lena. Okay, a bunch of girls. Yeah, it's a romance simulator. Well, I can't read Russian moon runes, or I can read, but Alicia, that's a kind of thing I've read. Also, could you stop showing me panties, because this is going to get demonetized. It's not monetized anyway, but okay. What was that, a cat girl? Beskonnechnoye Lieto, which means everlasting summer. So yeah, welcome to the game. Clap, clap. Day 1. You know what, guys? Before... I'm gonna delete this episode here, because this is like after the prologue, so I think I might leave this here. I'll begin another episode right away. I'll just record it differently because I want to check in and check out if everything is alright, if no one needs me in the house. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and you can comment on the video, what do you think of it? So yeah, goodbye.